miss one of these live broadcasts, you can always catch the replay for the week and still tap in by watching it on YouTube. What's your YouTube channel? It's Valorie Manifest. I do believe that's my YouTube channel. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Manifest with Valorie. Jacqueline just dumped it over in chat for you all.
And I just sent it. I just put it in. You can't see any. Oh, you can't see what I put in? Okay.
Yeah, we can see it. Yep.
Okay, perfect. All is good then.
Awesome.
I will mute.
Right. And I think we are live and going, so we are good to go. Welcome, everyone. I'm Valorie Less. I'm a psychic medium. I'm located here in Kansas City, in Shawnee, Kansas, actually. I've got a lot of great things coming up locally in Kansas City, so please make sure you're checking my website, Tarot Unicorns and Coffee, and also that you're connected to me on social media. Like we just said, Jacqueline just put all of the ways that you can stay in touch with me over in the chat where you can find me. But especially if you're in the KC area, because I'm trying to get out in the wild more often, and I've got a lot of cool, exciting things coming up. When I can, I'll try to simulcast them so that if you're not in the KC area, you can still join. Just like my event in July, where the link, we already dropped that over there. If you're not able to attend live and in person, you can always tap in and watch the live stream. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, hi, it's Monday. It's Monday. I don't know about y'all, but today's one of the Mondayest Mondays. And there was a lot of energy surges last week. So if you have been feeling like, what the hell is going on? If you've had more than the usual what the fuck moments, I'm here to tell you it's a collective thing. It's an energetic thing. Do I know all of what's going on? Nope. I just know it's something going on. I just know, listen, I have a crazy barometer. And I know when I exceed my crazy barometer, when it's not all just me, when something else is going on, and I know something else is going on energetically. Do I know exactly what it is? No. I've heard human resonance. I've heard sun flares. I've heard astrological alignments. Whatever it is something. Whatever it is something. That's what I got to say. Kathy has one too. All right. Ren, good to see you. I sent you an email. All right. Let's get started. So today's Magical Money Manifestation. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got something super special. Let me get through the intro first, and then I'll tell you what the special thing is. And I'll try to keep it quick so we can get into the card read. Okay, great, Ren. So Magical Money Manifestations is our chance to tap in and get that guidance from outside of ourselves, whether that's from your higher self, from your spirit guides trying to get a message to you through the cards, or just from divine source, God itself, whatever that energy is. That's what we tap in for, to give us guidance, support, messages, clarity, whatever we need. And I know you're like, there's 20 some odd people in this room. How you gonna give me what I need? Listen, it ain't me. Spirit works in mysterious and glorious ways. And if you need something, I promise you, Spirit's gonna figure out a way to get it to you. And I just happen to be one of those channels. So I'm glad you're here. I invite you to send your intentions out to the universe, higher self, spirit guides, whatever that is that you are seeking guidance from today, quietly by yourself. You can do it as a wish, as a prayer, as a mini meditation. Go ahead and ask. Ask. What is it you're seeking? I'll give you just a moment to do that as I tap in and tune in. We'll do a card read first. We'll start with tarot cards. We'll move into oracle cards. After those cards, we'll do brief one-card readings for a select few. It's always at random. You might be chosen today. And then after we do the one-card pulls, we do a mini energy activation. I never know what energy Spirit is going to ask me to activate until after we get through the card read. That usually directs on what we need to activate today. So that's how today's event will run. If you've all asked and sent your supplications, your requests, your wants out to the universe, now I invite you to shut off that asking mode and step into the receiving mode, the listening mode, the allowing mode, that I've asked and now I'm ready to get the answer. I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to feel into it. You cannot ask and receive at the same time. And sometimes that trips us up. We ask and we look and it's not there yet. So we ask again and we look and it's not there yet. So we ask again and we're so brief in the looking and checking to see that it's there. We're so brief in that energy of allowing that we don't give it enough time to fully come in. And so we can fully allow and receive it. So let's make it our goal to stay in the receiving mode. Does it have to be 100% of the time? Absolutely not. Because if you're doing that, I don't know who you are. You're inhuman. But it just needs to be the majority of the time. 51% is what I tell myself when I'm really struggling. I don't have to get all the way there. I just have to be positively focused 51% of the time. That still gives you 49% for fuckery. So you can do that. You can do 51%. All right. So we're going to start with tarot cards. Oh, the special announcement. Okay. So I'm going to try this out. We're going to see how it goes. Every Monday, I'm going to announce a special $22 drop, either on my services or on something that I'm giving away, like maybe a t-shirt or a coffee mug, because you know how much I love coffee. But it's going to be a $22 drop, and it's going to be limited, and it's going to be for this week only. For this week, I'm announcing it to this group, so I'm really glad we have a big group. I'm announcing it to this group first, and then I won't announce it to the public until 1 p.m. So you have a full hour of exclusivity, more than an hour if you count the time that you're actually into this event, before I announce it to the rest of everybody else. What's the $22 special for the week, Valorie? Oh my God, I'm so glad y'all asked. Y'all are just so excited. All right, let's go. I'm about to drop it in the chat. It is something I haven't done for a while and I'm excited to get back to, which is recorded readings. It's to say, am I able to tap into your energy even though you're not live? Absolutely. So it's a recorded reading. I do a 3-card draw for you. I also give you psychic channeled guidance. The recording is about 7 to 10 minutes, which let me tell you is more than enough time to get a message from spirit, because I myself do 10-minute readings when I do fairs, and it's a lot of information that comes through within 10 minutes. So you get that recorded reading. There are only 11 available at this price. And again, I will open this up to the public at 1 p.m. So if you're interested at all, go ahead and click that link and purchase your $22 3-card psychic recorded reading. That is the $22 drop for this week. Check back every Monday for $22 drops. I'm going to play with this for a while and see how it goes. See if you like these $22 drops. I think it's a great way to tap in, get to know me a little bit if I'm new to you. Maybe if you're on a budget, it's a great way to have budget-friendly services. So we'll try it and see how it goes. All right, the deck that I'm pulling from tarot this week, I don't know if this is the deck I pulled from last week or not. It feels kind of familiar. It's my Dragon Tarot. Tarot of the Dragons is what it says on the box. Wisdom from the Dragon Realm is what it says on the guidebook. So if y'all are wondering why come she always trips over her words every time she uses that deck, that's why. Because they be tripped. Listen, I need as much clarity in my life as possible. And having a box say one thing and the guidebook say something else is all it takes to knock me off my balance. That's all it takes, y'all. All right. I've got 4 tarot cards pulled. Let's see what they are. Some are in reverse and some are upright, so I must have shuffled that deck in a weird way, but that's also significant because I don't usually pull reversals. So we'll see what those messages are. Get my desk situated here. All right, everybody ready? Everybody done what they're asking? Everybody in the receiving mode? Let's go. First card for the week is the 7 of Wands. Now, this is so interesting for me because I feel like this message is kind of creeping in. Like I get the main message and then I also get and here's how you deal with that main message. So this message is definitely relevant for me and will probably be relevant for many people here. I need to switch my screen so that I can see what I'm showing you. Give me just a moment. Gotta love Zoom. It's all over the place today. There we go. 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands card is the card I call the haters gonna hate card. It's the pay them no mind. For me in this card, those wands that look like somebody's holding something and coming after you, attacking you, I don't really see it as an attack. I just see it as people offering their opinions. So there's people offering their opinions, sometimes offering their judgment, offering their 2 cents when maybe you did or did not ask for it. So all of these things outside of yourself that are being offered to you. And the haters gonna hate idea is there's all of these opinions always, all the time, no matter where you are, no matter who you're in association with. That's how we operate as humans. We form opinions, judgments, and use this to navigate our world. So there's always going to be an opinion about you. But are you able to not be distracted by the opinions of others? Are you able to still operate in your authority and in your sovereignty, regardless of what other people think? Now, if it's someone close to you, or if it's feedback or opinions that you ask for, are you able to accept that in a way that benefits you and does not crumble you or dim your light? Like if there's opinion that you ask for, that you are inviting into your situation, your mindset, your thoughts, if you're inviting these opinions in, then those opinions should help you shine brighter, should help you be more authentic. It should be someone saying something like, oh my God, I love your smile. That's my opinion of Nicole all the time. Oh my God, I love your smile. Well, that's going to do, look, it made her smile again. That's something that's going to light you up and make you feel better about yourself. Those are the opinions that we allow in. The opinions that detract from us, that say something negative, whether or not it's true, but that make us feel less than, are the message of this. Where are you in relation to the opinions others hold about you? Are you being discerning, or are you just letting it all bombard you and letting yourself take a hit? Where are you with the opinions of others? 7 of Wands. So that's where we're starting our week out. Are you paying too much attention to the world around you and what the world's opinions are? And this could be opinions about you or just opinions in general. Opinions in general sound like a collective opinion is life sure is chaotic. Is that an opinion that's benefiting you or not? Maybe it's benefiting you if you've been feeling chaotic yourself, and hearing that life is chaotic for others gives you a bit of comfort. Well, that opinion could be benefiting. If you're one of those people who just gets all wrapped up in the negative side of things, hearing something like that could not benefit you. So it's dependent upon you and where you are in your path. But it's very important. Spirit's message for us this week is we all need to be more discerning about which opinions we're listening to, which opinions we're giving value to, and which opinions we're just like dismissing. So 7 of Wands is how we start. Someone said they've been getting messages similar to this since June. I love it. I love the synchronicities. So what's up next? Then we have a reversal, and this reversal makes so much sense. This reversal is this reversal is personal. I'm gonna say that. This reversal is spirit talking to me, but also I feel like spirit talking to all of us. So this is reversal, but I'm going to show you the card upright so that the image makes sense. This is major arcana, so it's going to affect all areas of our life. This is the Hierophant. Card number 5. 5 represents challenges and opportunities, but also in the Hierophant card, the meaning of the Hierophant card is usually some religious icon represented in the card, but that religious icon is not for just religion. That religious icon, it's usually someone dressed like a priest or a pope or something like that, represents any established system of beliefs. So we know in our world, religion is one of the biggest established systems of belief, which is why they use the religious figure in the original tarot. But I want to expand your understanding of tarot to understand that it's not just religion that it's talking about. So this can talk about our educational system. This can talk about our government systems, whether global, local, country, any system that has an established set of beliefs that we're either invited or instructed to line up with in order to live in society. So any kind of established system of beliefs is represented by the Hierophant card. And when we get this card in a reading, it's asking you to look at those established systems of belief that you have in your life. Are they supporting you? If so, yay, how can you lean more into that? Or have you outgrown that belief system and maybe it's time for you to adopt a new belief system, tweak the current belief system? What do you need to do about your belief systems is what is the meaning or the message of the Hierophant card. Now remember we had this card saying not listening to the opinions of others. Sometimes the opinions of others are long held beliefs by foundational systems. Sometimes the opinions of others refer to those religious beliefs that we've outgrown, the educational beliefs that we've outgrown, like how to teach a child. There's so much, don't get me started on the educational system. I got youngins in the educational system right now. And I know that's shifting, and I know there's a lot of our systems that are shifting. Are there laws or regional laws that are 1 minute they're going this way, and then the next minute they're reversed, and then the next minute nobody knows what to do about the laws? That's a belief system. That's the belief system. And if it's shifting and changing with these two cards together, it's asking you to use discernment about other people's beliefs that might be presented to you that maybe once you lined up with and maybe now you don't line up with. But also keeping in mind this is other people's opinions, looking at it that way, and also any belief systems just in general, whether they're ones that you hold or ones that people close to you hold or ones that you've been in association with that maybe you believed once and you don't believe. Now, this card was in reversal. And the way I am seeing this card in reversal for today's reading is this. We are being shook to our core to finally examine those beliefs, especially the ones we keep saying, no, that one's okay. It kind of doesn't feel right, but I'll think about it later. I don't want to think that deep. I'm busy I'm busy going to the pool this summer. I don't want to think about the government or whatever it is. This upside down for me is like spirit is trying to shake something loose. It's in reversal because it's in motion. It's in flow. Our beliefs are being shifted, changed, in flow, re-examined. Some of them are being re-fortified and some of them are being released. But it's definitely a chance for us to shake things up and really look at them more closely, examine them more closely. I will say, I myself have been examining a lot of my beliefs and my spiritual beliefs too, surprisingly enough. And I was chatting with Chat GPT, trying to kind of like figure out. I use Chat GPT to work things through. Like, here's an idea, and getting feedback on that idea, so I can understand a concept that I'm grappling with. And ChatGPT came back and said, it appears that your spiritual beliefs are in a blender right now. And I was like, yep, ding, 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 ding. They sure are, as I'm trying to sort through and figure them out. But I feel like that is an energy that all of us are dealing with. Those long held beliefs were like, hold up, but if this is true, then wouldn't that be true? And if that doesn't seem true, then maybe this belief that I've been telling myself is true is not entirely true. And so we're kind of all collectively doing that with our beliefs. So you're not alone. And this is spirit saying, here's what's going on, just in case you weren't sure. And now is the time to just really sit with those beliefs and ask yourself, I don't feel like it will be that hard of a challenge. I don't feel like this is months and months of shadow work. I don't feel like this is digging in and examining, maybe for a few of us, but I feel like this has been an ongoing progression for a lot of us. And we're just at the point now where spirit is saying, okay, you've been, I think I froze there for a minute. How am I doing? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I feel like spirit is saying you've been contemplating these ideas, these beliefs for a while now. Now we're going to move out of the contemplation and into the decision. Are you going to continue with this belief or are you going to let it go? Not the action of continuing or letting it go, not yet, but the decision of I need to make some decisions about my beliefs right now. So that's still a little bit lighter. Maybe next week, next month, I don't know, next year we'll move into the you got to release, you got to let go, you got to move in. But right now, the energy that I'm feeling for this week is you've been thinking about it for a long time. Now I need you to start making some decisions around your beliefs. The next card, oh, now this is interesting because this was in reversal as well, and it's Major Arcana, and it's the Fool card. I really like the Fool card. Special place in my heart for the Fool card because it's a beginning. It's a fresh start, but it's a fresh start without restrictions. I always see the fool, not as full as in like foolish or dumb, but full as in young, vibrant. No one has told them the word no exists yet. So everything in the fool's world is a yes, is an experience, is an adventure. And I love that energy for all of us. This was in reversal though. So this in reversal for all of this group right now is spirit posing a question for you. What needs this energy in your life that you are currently saying no to? What could you trust more? What could you go back to that youthful, I can do anything, I'm invincible, I got this energy for? What could you say yes to, but something is keeping you from saying no in this moment? So that's the Fool in reverse. The question for you is, what are you saying no to that keeps repeatedly showing up for you? It could be repeatedly showing up for you as a message. It could be showing up for you in synchronicities. It could be a song that keeps playing and maybe there's something in the lyrics. It's that urging, that feeling that you feel like, oh, I should do that, but gosh, I don't have time for it. I'll do it next week. And then next week rolls around and you're like, holy shit, I didn't even think about that thing I said I was going to do. And then 3 months later, you're like, dang, I still haven't done that thing. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. What are you saying no to for whatever reason? Life, that spirit is like, I need you to say yes. I need you to start trusting a little bit. I need you to move a little bit. I need you to know that I've got you. I need you to believe in yourself, believe in your connection. When we believe in ourselves, when we believe in our connection, we can do anything. Is any one of those faltering in your life right now? Belief in yourself or belief in your connection? Because that will absolutely flip this card upside down. And we want it in the upright. We want to move forward through our week with this full energy, with this I'm ready, I'm excited, yes energy. All right. So those were our two reversals and what we need to do about them to get them upright. And then we're going to end with the fourth, the Six of Cups. Cups is water energy, intuition, emotions. The Six of Cups for me is a giving and receiving cycle for me. It's represented by giving and receiving. I was going to go into the whole spiel about what the original tarot card looks like for the Six of Cups, but Spirit stopped me. So I want to go to the book for the Six of Cups, and let's see what this author says about this card. Northern dragons have long memories. Perhaps it's the cold or the snow, no one knows. In an alpine landscape of glacial peaks and confluence stands an ice castle. 5 cups overflowing with tundra flowers, symbols of hope, joy, and promise, are lined up along the battlements. The 6th cup stands between 2 young dragons, a steaming offer of warmth and in intemperate climates. Watching them from a distant mountaintop, a prestigious dragon, silver with age, smiles. The little ones remind her of youth and sweet memories shared. Nostalgia pervades the Six of Cups with wistful memories of childhood, of times when happiness came as naturally as breath, with the simplicity of the moment and friendship shared, when innocent washed the spirit clean as new fallen snow. Oh, to feel the blush of youth and know such uncomplicated joy again. But be careful not to get lost in the past. There are pleasures in the now, too. Old acquaintances are rekindled, new friendships made. Be guileless and kind. Let your inner dragonlet come out to play. I feel like that lines up perfectly with this Fool card. This Fool card talking about going back to that youthful approach to life. And then this is talking about remembering when we had that youthful approach. Remembering when it was easy for us to have fun. What did it say? Hold on, I like the phrase it said. When happiness came as naturally as breath. When happiness came as naturally as breath. Now, maybe depending on how your life ran how your storyline unfolded, maybe the time when happiness came as easily as breath was beyond your ability to form memories. Maybe all you remember was hardship and strife or something not working out from your childhood because maybe you didn't start forming memories until long after your happiness came as easy as breath. But here's what I'm here to tell you, and what Spirit's here to tell you, because it's not my messages, it's Spirit's messages. Even if you don't cognitively remember those times in your life when happiness was easy, your body remembers. Your body has a stored memory in the memory of your cells and the memory of your body about what that was like. Also, your subconscious remembers. Maybe that's not a memory that you can access through thought, but it's definitely something that's still with you because that's definitely something that we all experience as humans. We all experience that initially before it is taught out of us or circumstances lead us to not believe in it anymore. Oh, that's a belief. That is absolutely a belief. Happiness is a belief. What do you believe about happiness? So maybe that's one of the beliefs that this is shaking for you. Do you believe happiness is something you have to work really hard for? Do you believe happiness is a birthright? Do you believe happiness is a choice? None of those are right or wrong. It's just asking you, what do you believe about happiness? And can you get back to finding a space, a temperature, a frequency, a vibration where happiness comes to you as easily as breath? This is reflecting on the past, Six of Cups. And it's reflecting on the good times in your past, not just so you can say, oh, that was a fond memory, but so that you can conjure up the emotional feeling of those good times so that you can raise your frequency now in the present to match those events that happened that were full of happiness or full of joy or fun or laughter. How can you conjure up those memories from your past in a way to shift your vibration here in the future, here in the right now? So it is a bit of a balance because you don't want to spend all of your time daydreaming about the past. You want to balance that. Can I sit and think about a past memory for 5 minutes, for 30 minutes, for however long it takes for me to feel good right now, here in the present? And then can I continue to cultivate that feeling throughout the rest of my day here in the present? That's our task. Using the past as a vibrational tuning fork so that we can feel better right here in the present moment, and then continuing that vibration here in the present moment. Six of Cups. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Oh, Margot, I love that comment over there in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, so that was our tarot. We're going to move into Oracle. I did this last week and I think I'll do it again. We'll just see how it goes. If you have a question, something that you've been grappling with, go ahead and put it in the chat. If I see it and I'm able to get to it and Spirit leads me to answer it, I'll try to answer it directly. You also have an option to perhaps be one of the people that I pull for the one card reading. But putting it over there in the chat gives me a better idea of what you all might need specific insight with. I feel like overall the insight that's being offered is don't beat up on yourself too much. Lean back into the happiness and the joy. Trust the process. All is well. Everyone is dealing with a little bit of fuckery this week, this month. So don't beat up on yourself too much is the overall general message for today. The next deck that I'm reading for, we're moving into Oracle cards. One moment. I just realized my apologies. I just realized my laptop is unplugged. Sorry about that. It's like I'm getting low battery readings, and I'm like, why is my laptop low battery? Oh, the plug fell out. All right. Next deck, Faces of Ocean, is the deck. The card that I have pulled is card number 16, and it is Ocean, Ocean the Warrior. Personal power, assertiveness, and leadership. Personal power, assertiveness, and leadership. This card, I don't know what the actual extended message is. We're going to go to the book in just a second, but this card still gives me Seven of Wands vibes. Like with that big, I know it's a sword, but with that big wand in the air, it looks like she's like standing her ground. She's like, no, I'm here. This is me. I'm not really worried about the opinions of others. So I can see how this card can tie into our Seven of Wands card from the Tarot. Let's see. Here's the, excuse me, the quote. I am the warrior of my life, strong, resilient, and guided by my inner light. Oh, I like that. The warrior of my life. Here's the message. Confront obstacles head on and defend what matters. This is not the time to play small. This is a call to action. Embrace your inner strength and unapologetically march to the rhythm of your own drum. You hold the sword of truth and the shield of resilience within. I only glanced at the chat and saw briefly one of the questions over there. I'm going to go look at them again. But here's what came to mind as I was reading this. If you are marching to the rhythm of your own drum, embracing your inner strength, and refusing to play small, if you are in that energy, from that energy, can you make that decision? Or are you trying to make it from a different energy, from a different set point? Excuse me. All right, let's see. Oh, Lord, it's a lot of questions. Wow. It's a lot of questions and a lot of shifts are taking place. Let me say, I know how chaotic shifts are, but I also love the energy of people who are willing to take on the shifts, people who are not being complacent and not saying this is too hard, I'm just going to stay where I am. So when I see a chat full of, I'm trying to change this, I'm trying to decide on this life thing, I love that. I love that because that's a group of people who are saying, hey, it might be hard and I might not have the answers, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to figure it out anyway. And I love that energy. Okay, let me see if there's anything else from this reading that resonates with me. Let's see. Claim your power and let your courage lead the way. Ocean the Warrior is a fierce defender of truth, purpose, and integrity. Just like her, you have a fire burning that fuels your decisions and actions. Cut through the clutter, the doubt, and the external voices, Seven of Wands. The external voices to listen to your inner wisdom. You're being nudged to be proactive, not reactive. That is the same thing as saying you are being nudged to create, not react to what has been created for you or to other people's creations. You are being nudged to create. So what do you want to create? Your cause is just and deserves to be fought for. Go forth and own it. Someone needs you to take charge. All right. Will you rise to the challenge or continue shrinking, hiding, and holding back? True warriors fight out of love and a desire for justice, not out of anger. Rise with the spirit of a warrior and the heart of a protector. So that's our message from that Oracle deck. I'm getting a weird message about YouTube not being connected. So we're just going to keep rolling because I don't know what that message is about. Technology has been wonky lately too. Anybody else notice that? All right, where are we at on time? We got a few more minutes. Let's do a few more Let's hear from my friends, the unicorns. The unicorns. Let me see, do I have a unicorn friend? I got a new unicorn recently. There she is. There she is. I got her for Mother's Day. Can you see it? It says, Mom, you're magical. That's my new unicorn. Let's see what messages the unicorns have for us today. Some of you know, some of you don't know. I have a big collection. Well, I call it big. Maybe it's not big. I don't know. Maybe 15 total of stuffed unicorns. And some of my stuffed unicorns are actually named, and they actually are represent like unicorns that I connect with in the metaphysical realm. One is named George. He's an old unicorn. He gives me advice on time to time. So let's see what messages we have from the unicorn. I haven't named this one yet. Maybe I'll call it Little Mama. I don't know. I haven't named that one yet. Oh, okay. So this is in line with, I feel like this is in line with this fire energy. Look, fire, almost the same color scheme. Passion. Message from the unicorn. Do what excites you. Has anybody ever heard me say that ever before? Any metaphysical teacher? You ever heard anybody in the metaphysical realm ever say that? Yeah. It's because you're on to something with that message. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. When I read that statement, I always think of Dr. Phil. It's time to get excited about your life. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. It's summertime for most of us. Are you hydrating enough? Do you know that hydration can directly relate to how much energy you feel like you have? If you are dehydrated and still trying to do all of the things that you do in the winter when you don't need as much water, well, we always need water. But what I'm saying is maybe it's time for you to increase your energy levels first so that you can feel that passion again. If you're just like, I'm not really passionate about anything, everything in my life is kind of meh, maybe you need to look at a different area of your life. Maybe your body needs something that it's not having, or maybe your mental facilities are too cluttered to even find the pathway to passion and excitement because there's too much other stuff going on. So it's not that passion is not there. It's not that you're not excited about something in your life, because I've had people tell me that before. I'm not really excited about anything. I don't feel that's truth. I feel like the excitement and the passion has been suppressed or covered over so much that you just can't find your way to it. I guarantee you it's there. I guarantee you it's there. How do I know it's there? Because if you say, there's nothing in my life that excites me, I'm just, I'm a simple kind of person. I really don't do much different. It's all pretty much the same. I'm just kind of mad and blah with life. And if I said, okay, listen, by a stroke of luck, I just won $444 million in the lottery, and I wanted to give you $2 million, but I don't want to give you $2 million if there's nothing that excites you. I bet you with that on the table, everybody would find something that excites them. And it's just, how do we get to that excitement? It's not that we're not excited. It's not that we don't have passion. It's how do we get past all the bullshit to find it? How do we find that pathway back to our passion? So sometimes the message is, first, I need you to get your energy levels back up. Raise your vibration. I know y'all have heard that before. And from that higher vibration, then it's like, oh, I remember what excitement feels like. Oh, yeah, I remember that passion that I pushed down when I was 7 years old. There it is. It's hanging out up here on this high vibe platform. I couldn't see it from where I was. So maybe you need to shift your vibration first and then find your passion. Or maybe you're one of those people who already knows what their passion is, has already been feeling it, and you're currently pushing it away, suppressing it. Not now. I don't have time. There's more important adulting I have to do right now. I can't go do that playful thing that life has been putting in front of me. Spirit is saying right now, you can find time. You find time to scroll Facebook. You find time to text your friends. You find time to watch Netflix. You find time to take a nap. You can find time to figure out what your passion is and lean more into that energy. Best case scenario, you actually take action on your passion. Minimum baseline scenario is you at least start exploring what that energy feels like. So that's our task for this week. Passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. I do want to go to the book on this one and see what else the unicorns have to say. Life can be an exciting adventure if you want it to be. You never have to settle for less or accept feeling bored or unfulfilled. You can live a fraction of the possibilities that are available to you, or you can open your arms wide and say, yes, exclamation point, all capitalized, bolded, to life. That's that full energy too, remember? Everybody's saying yes, everybody's saying yes, but the full was in reverse. So somebody is saying no. Some of us are saying no to something. How can we say yes? This fire unicorn is here to ignite the fires of passion in your heart and to set your life ablaze with energy and enthusiasm. Do more of what lights you up. And fearlessly, that means drop your doubts, drop your fears, fearlessly pursue your passions in both your career and your personal life. I feel like this might be speaking to all of those people in the chat who had questions about what am I doing next, especially regarding my career and my job. Reignite your passion, step one. Then come back next week and I'll give you step two. No, reignite your passion, step one. Well, let's see what else Spirit has to say. All right. Do more of what lights you up. Fearlessly pursue your passions in both your career and your personal life. Have the courage to go traveling, change jobs, or start your own business or nonprofit association. Take a stand for what you believe in. Speak out on issues you care about and get more involved in making a difference. I want to be real careful about this because there's a lot of encouragement if you live, well, pretty much if you live anywhere now. I was going to say if you live in the US, but if you live anywhere now, there's a lot of encouragement to join forces to stand against something. This encouragement from Spirit says what? Take a stand for what you believe in. It does not encourage us to stand against anything. So I want you to just think about that. The next time you're asked to be a part of something, is what you're being asked to be a part of supporting what you believe in or pushing against what you don't want to see? Because pushing against what we don't want to see in this world still gives energy to those things we don't want to see. And then we wake up the next day and wonder why the rallies and the protests only incited more anger. Well, because we were taking a stand and giving energy to the things we don't want to see in this world. I'm not against a good protest. I myself choose to only show up when there is something that is something I stand for. Will I show up for a peace rally? Absolutely. Will I show up for a no fighting rally? No, because then I'm talking about fighting and pushing against the thing I don't want and trying to eradicate the thing I don't want. But I'll show up for a peace rally for sure. So can you find a way to stand for what you believe in, to focus on what you do want to see while not pushing against and adding more energy to the things you don't want to see? Get out into the world and laugh more, dance more, love more, live more. Leave fine and normal behind and choose a life of amazing and fabulous. Anybody trying to make a decision on your next step, ask yourself, is this next step going to bring me closer to amazing and fabulous? Decide to play the game of life by your own rules. Live boldly with a sparkle in your eye and fire in your heart. This card can also be a call to increase your energy levels so you naturally feel more alive. Drink more water. Clean up your diet, get more sleep, exercise regularly, and nurture your body. When your energy levels are high, so too is your passion for life. Ooh, I love that message. That's going to be the last group card for today. I really love that message. That was a good card to end on. Thank you, Spirit. All right, now we're going to get into the individual card reads. Let's see, there's questions about returning to a former way of making a living. All right, individual card reads. Anna, I'm going to go with you first. I don't want to pull from this deck. Which deck are we going to pull from, Spirit? Anna gets a card, an oracle card, instead of a tarot card.
Am I Anna?
Anna, yes, Anna G. This is being recorded on YouTube, so I don't want to give last names, but Anna G, yes.
Hello, thank you.
Hello. So I am going to pull one card. I just pull general cards on what you need to know in the moment. So I'm assuming it'll probably answer the question that you put over in chat, but if not, it'll be what you need to know right now. All right. And this is from Voice of the Souls, and you have forgiveness. 19. Now that does not seem to jive up with your question. So let's see. As I fill into your question, I'm going to give you a bit of a psychic read, and then we're going to go to the one card read. So you get a bonus because I know what it feels like to be in that space and to be searching for a clarity. I know that all too well. Based on your question over in the chat, I have been in that same space too. And so my first psychic tapping in answer to your question is no, you're processing. You're processing a lot. You're probably processing more at once than you have before. And that feels almost like the verge of short circuiting some of your metaphorical circuits because there's just so much that you're trying to process all at once, which brings in confusion. It brings in, I'm not sure what's next. It brings in all of these emotions as you're trying to process it. And that's what's going on. And that's what has you questioning where you're at in everything. There might be some depression in the mix, but I would hesitate to say you are depressed. And again, please seek a mental or healthcare provider if you need one. I would hesitate to say you are depressed. It feels more like Spirit is telling me you are experiencing waves of depression because that is coming up. So because you are processing, you're processing it. You're getting curious about it. What is this? Why do I think this thought and I feel depressed? Can I think this thought and feel something else? I don't know. Let me try it. It's all of that going on all at once for you. It's what Spirit is telling me it's going on. But let's go to the card and see if we get any additional information about how you might process this more effectively or what might be going on. Forgiveness. This is what your soul, if your soul was speaking to you, wants you to know. You have a great guilt inside you. Part of you carries a load that doesn't belong to you. That will definitely make you feel depressed. Part of you carries a load that doesn't belong to you. Part of you thinks you don't deserve happiness or deserve to receive everything you need. Part of you refuses abundance. I am sending you many signs to help you become aware of this guilt so you may understand where it comes from and develop new compassion towards yourself. So if you have that coming up, it's coming up not to make you, not as a punishment, not because you've done something wrong, but because you are now at a place where you have the tools necessary to see this thing that feels gross and love yourself anyway. How can you show compassion towards yourself in the midst of all of this? This guilt is old and is mainly located in the region of your sacral chakra. Your guilt may disturb your relationships with others. At the moment, your relationships are mirror relationships. Take time to understand them. This understanding will let you shed light on important things dormant inside you. It will let you realize your needs and expectations anew and obtain the fruits of your efforts. All right, and then your spirit guides. Here's what your spirit guides want you to know. I feel like this message is for anybody. Is anybody else receiving this message as well? I am. All right. Part of you carries a burden connected to your past. There is guilt inside you. Part of you feels you don't deserve happiness. Part of you always repeats the same pattern. You may be trying to contact us and you may feel frustrated at not understanding the messages. Again, this is your spirit guides talking to you. but your energies are trapped in the past. Take time to connect to the present moment. Take time to meditate mindfully for here and now. Take time to be fully here. Allow yourself to bring your energies into the present. It will bring you freedom. It will let you hear the messages and see the signs we will send you, and it will let you get in touch with yourself. If this message, as a message of what can I do, resonated with anyone, I will tell you, if you go to YouTube and search for any standing in your power type meditation, that meditation is meant to bring you into the here and now, along with meant to bring you back to your sense of self and your sense of inner power. So that's a great way to do what your spirit guides are suggesting that you do. Here's what the entity says, and the entity means a soul who used to be incarnated in human form and is now on the other side and has the advantage of both perspectives. So this entity is saying, and this could also refer to one of your ancestors. So if you have something going on, someone passed away and you feel like some connection is going on there, it also refers to that. So this entity is saying, I asked you to forgive me. I had great guilt inside me. I was always afraid of doing the wrong thing. Deep inside, I knew I sometimes hurt others, but I felt I couldn't help it. It was like I was struggling inside. In hindsight, I realized I may have hurt people. This wasn't what I intended. I know it's not an excuse, but I need to say it. I didn't realize. I was caught up in my own way of doing and being, my own frame of reference, my own way of seeing things. Today, I would like to apologize to you. And I also ask you to forgive yourself. You did and are still doing your best with what you have to give. Today, you are in an energy in which you give your best. And like us all, sometimes you succeed at everything, and other times you feel powerless. I no longer have any anger or resentment inside me. I ask you to find that same energy. Be in a new energy of freedom and forgiveness. Today and every day, I'm with you to help you with this. So that's a beautiful message. I feel like that message was for all of us, and I do hope that message helps guide you in some way. Anna, and now we're going to move on to the next person.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, there's a lot of people who put questions. I'm assuming a lot of you, everyone who had a question, I'm assuming you would also like to be pulled for a one card pull. What am I doing right? Jennifer Lee. Jennifer, what are you doing right? I don't know where all of my, there we go, tarot decks went. I found one. What am I doing right? Showing up. You didn't give up, no matter how hard it is. No matter how many times you said, fuck this, I quit. You didn't quit. So that's one thing you're doing right, is you keep showing up. What else does Jennifer need to know in this moment? 9 of Pentacles. What a great message. What am I doing right? 9 of Pentacles. If this is an answer to what is she doing right, what is the message? You have sowed the seeds, you have tended to the garden, and now you're about to reap the benefits. So you're in that space where you can't see it yet. And that has you questioning, am I doing something right? Which things am I doing right? What am I doing right? That's a great question, though. I love the way you phrase that now that I'm feeling into it a little bit more, because you didn't say, what do I need to do? You didn't say, what am I doing wrong? You didn't say, what do I need to correct? You said, what am I doing right? And Spirit wants you to know you showing up is right. Also, everything that you've done, planting the seeds, watering the seeds, dreams, desires, intentions, that was all right. And you're in that space. The 9 of Pentacles is the space where you can see it, but some of the things on the vine aren't quite ripe yet. Some of them are, and you're already enjoying those, but some of the things aren't quite right yet. And sometimes when we're still waiting, when we're trying to find our patience vibration, which is one that's really hard for me to find, y'all. But when we're trying to find it, that's when we ask questions like, did I get that thing right? Because I'm not quite sure. I can't see yet. I can't see what the fruits are. This is Spirit saying it's there. Look at her. 9 of Pentacles represents all of the beautiful, grand things in life. There's golden pinnacles. There's peacocks that represent beauty and affluence and wealth back in the day. And she's dressed beautifully. She's probably a member of the royal court. There's a butterfly for transformation saying that there's change coming. And you are doing all of those things and more. You're just waiting for everything to kind of fit into place, but you're doing a lot right, is what I have to say. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we've got 2 minutes. Okay, let's do the activation real quick here. And then make sure if you're interested in those recorded readings, if you'd like me to tap in a little bit deeper for you on an individual basis, there's only 11 spots available. So make sure you jump on that special as well. Jacqueline, if you could find that and repost it for me. All right, so let's do the activation. The activation is going to be on that passion card, that oracle card from the unicorn, the message from the unicorn, the fire energy. How do we tap back into that energy of self and that inner knowing? So I invite you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths just to get centered in. I'm going to channel some energy and send it out to this group in addition to this very brief visualization. I want you to imagine that you are looking within yourself and you're scanning and looking at your chakras. And I want you to look at your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra, the seat of inspiration, creativity, that chakra that helps you feel connected, rooted. Not your root chakra, but it still makes you feel stable. And right now, that sacral needs to be ignited. Flip that lighter, see that flame, and set that sacral chakra on fire. It starts out as a little flame burning inside you. You feel that passion growing, feel your inspiration and your creativity finally opening up. But the other thing that flame is doing is it's burning away any resistance. It's burning away anything that would inhibit, block, or convolute your sacral energy, your passion, your inspiration. And another thing that flame is doing is it's emitting light. And that light is something that you can find even in the darkest of times. It's a way that's leading you back to yourself, back to your inner power. So just visualize your sacral being lit up, on fire, ignited, and ask yourself, what am I excited about in this moment today? Wait for that answer to come to you. And then I invite you to take action on that answer this week. Whatever you are excited about, how can you take action on that this week? And then take a deep breath in, exhale, come on back, open your eyes. And thank you all so much for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful, amazing rest of your week. And I hope I see you back next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.